Hello and welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. And today we have the Talisker Distillers Edition. Yeah.
Typically 45.8 ABV at a price at Whisky.com at €59.90. Probably 1 to 3 euros more wherever you live due to higher alcohol taxes.
Yeah, and the Distillers Edition is the kind of Talisker, but with a different kind of cask.
Yes.
Although I've been at the distillery and they do more experiments with casks now. Talisker was, correct me if I was wrong in the past, they did more of like, we stay with our flavor and don't do that many casks.
I can tell a little bit of history with this. Mm-hmm. So there had been the Ascot Cellar Collection. This was in the 70s and 80s. And there they had an 8-year-old Talisker in this Ascot Cellar Collection, and that was changed to the Classic Malt of Scotland, where they had a 10-year-old Talisker. And it was a monolithic brand with that distillery, just Talisker 10 years old, that's it. Mm-hmm. And then they started to have a cask strength. Then they started relatively early to have this Distillers Edition with a finishing in Amoroso casks, not Amontillado, Amoroso sherry casks. And then there were the 57 North and the this and that, and a lot more of Talisker. Then the 18-year-old appeared and the 25-year-old appeared. And well, now we're back to the basics, to the Distillers Edition, but this one now does not carry an age statement any longer.
Or vintage.
A vintage. An age statement, no. Also not an age statement.
It doesn't have an age statement, neither does it have an but it used to have an
age statement, 10 years. And,
really?
Yeah, and they had
also
a vintage for the Distillers Edition, but I think they changed it 1, 2, 3 years ago. So the older ones, they had a complete different appearance. Mm-hmm. So the label changed, and now I think the label is much better because it's more colorful, more vibrant.
Yeah, the labels are really nice with that.
Really nice.
And their motto is "Made by the Sea," and they totally go with that, with like swings in the sea and with the seaweed and trust, and I think they go with oysters and stuff. So they're really into the sea, protection of it, and the flavor as well.
Yeah, they reside on the Isle of Skye. Belongs to the Inner Hebridean Islands of Scotland, and there they reside on the west coast to the Atlantic Ocean, but on the inside on a saltwater lock. Mm. Yeah, so they are a little bit protected from the rough sea, but they have the intensity of the air, the spray going around. Yeah. Little smokiness.
Yeah, the Talisker distillery is smoky, but not as smoky
as the Isla distilleries.
But they are pretty rough. Last time we talked about direct firing and how that is spicier, but also this one is a lot more spicy because of less copper contact. The distillery told me otherwise, but usually you say you have warm tubs, they have less copper contact, because they are really, really cold and they don't have like huge area. So they have less copper contact, and then you have more sulfur in it, less reducing of sulfur, more sulfur in it, and that gives you more of spicy notes and rougher notes and seaweed and iodine notes and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and they have a specialty at their distillery, their stills. They have a very bent line arm, so they're going up, they're going down, and then they go straight out. And in the straight out, they have a reflux valve.
Yeah.
So they can have a reflux even after condensation in the line arm. You can reflux it into the pot still again, so to give it a smoother taste.
Yeah, they have that less reducing with copper, but they can adjust to what they want to have. It's nice.
Yeah. So I would say it's 20, 25, 30 ppm smoke in the barley. So this is what is over after maturation, distillation and maturation. And fruitiness from the Amoroso sherry cask and the sea. Lots from the sea.
I do have a good amount of smokiness as well. I would even say feels like 30 ppm, but maybe it's just my type of day, or and a lot of seaweed. Really smells like the seaweed that you had in front of the distillery. I was doing the intro of the distillery video on that seaweed, and really smells like that. I find, yes, you do have a bit of that fruitiness and a bit of a sherry character, but it's very subtle.
Yeah, the Amoroso sherry, I think it's not completely fermented, so there is a residual sugar in the Amoroso drink inside. Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
Talisker Distillers Edition belongs to my all-time favorite, and this is it. So you immediately get a mouthful, you get the mouth-watering, you get the impact from the peppery style, and the fruitiness, the smokiness, everything combines in your mouth. It's really, really complex, mouth-filling, and untellable. What's everything in here?
It's really amazing. Always amazing when you think, it's spicy, and then you have it in your mouth and you feel that ground pepper. This time today, it's really pepperiness, and it really has that ground pepper note, and a little bit of a smooth, velvety, rosy, sweet, fruity nuance in the back.
Yeah, I feel that
that's smoky and spicy.
The peppery note, some people call it chili note, is not that strong in this one than in the 10-year-old.
Yeah. For me, it comes up with pepper, and if it's so intense, you feel it like a chili catch. Yeah. But I expected it to be a lot less smoky. For me, today it's very smoky.
There's a sweetness in it as well. And, the sea breeze, probably a hint of salt, but due to the distillation, there can't be any salt in it. But due to the spray from the sea to the warehouses, there might come a little bit of
problem is they not stored at near the layer.
Not all of them.
Very few anymore.
Yeah. Okay.
So the maritime smell, from a technical standpoint, comes a lot from the distillation. If you have a distillation where you don't, where you have a lot of peat smoke, that also increases it, and you do not have that much copper contact, you get more of the sulfury, iodine notes that you have as a maritime flavors.
Yeah.
So most of them don't come from the maturation. Yes, you can do some in the maturation as well, but most of it comes from the distillation.
There had been a tale about the microclimate. Close to the sea, by the sea. So, but if you look at the air that passes in 20 minutes from the Outer Hebridean Islands over the mainland, and what shall the air change over those 20 minutes if you're not passing an industrial complex? So it can't change a lot.
Yeah, but also the thing is, if you have that maritime flavor, it does not come that much from like the sea, as it directly from the sea, but you do have it in the peat as well. You get the marine flavors going into the peat bogs and into the groundwater. You have like mineralization in the water, what kind of stuff you have inside the water also affects the marine flavors. But we're drifting off a lot.
Very good. So
Yeah.
still, the aftertaste, with every sip, the aftertaste grows longer
Yeah.
and more intense.
So the Talisker Distillers Edition, if you live in the Netherlands or Belgium, have a look at our Whisky.com shop. Maybe it is there as well. We're working on getting more bottles. Is around 60 euros here in Europe. And yeah, thank you very much for watching and see you next time.